Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. Quite often when we are comparing Linux and saying it's better than something, it's normally going to be compared against Windows. However, there is another big operating system out there that needs to be compared against as well, and that is Apple's macOS. Now, I am a regular Mac user, and so I am in the Apple ecosystem as well. And so I think I have a fairly good perspective because I use all three main desktop operating systems. And so today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 ways that Linux is better than Apple's macOS. And so let's go ahead and start with number 5, and that is it's free. Okay. Now this is something that I normally wouldn't point out because obviously it is open source. But the reason I want to point it out here is because in the whole Apple ecosystem, it's expensive. Okay, there is a natural barrier of entry for you to use their operating system because obviously it's only available on their products. And so with that, I really feel this is a big thing because the majority of people, especially people from all around the world, it is not easy for them to get into the whole Mac operating system. And for most countries, they're normally going to pay a much higher amount, especially considering all the additional taxes that they have to pay just to get into an Apple Mac OS. Okay, so that's the first thing. So let's go ahead and get to number 4, and that is performance. So a lot of times, Apple likes to promote their performance. And for the most part, I would agree that if you did compare it to something like a Microsoft Windows, the performance is better for the most part. But if you use an Apple Mac OS on a daily basis, you realize, just like most operating systems, that you will have performance issues. And what I've realized with Apple's Mac OS, very similar to Windows, that it's the interruptions. Okay, it's those slight milliseconds here or there that makes a difference. Okay, so there's quite often a few times where a program for me will just slow down. Or most annoyingly, I will get updates while I'm working. Or when I start up my computer, I have a new operating system update. Okay, and so it's a combination of two things. One, it is some slight performance issues when using programs, which kind of adds up over time because it slows me down. And then the second thing, the biggest thing, is those interruptions. And so I would put all of that in the whole performance realm because it affects my ability to use my computer and the overall performance that I could get out of it. And so let's go ahead and get to number 3, and that is it's different but confusing. So let me talk about the fact that whenever you are using 3 different operating systems, I know that there are differences. Okay. However, in the whole Apple Mac OS, these differences are confusing and they also make things more of a pain to use. Okay. So let's start with something simple like copy and paste. Okay. If you've ever used a Mac, you do know that Apple's Mac OS doesn't use the typical control, copy and paste. Okay. Control C and V like we do in Microsoft Windows and in Linux desktop operating system. And then why this is annoying is because the command key, which is what they use instead of control, is right next to the space bar. And there's been so many times, especially on the much smaller keyboard for the iMac or for Apple products, it's just a pain. I don't like this. And so it's always right next to the space bar. And so I accidentally hit the space bar. Okay, that is one thing. Another thing is installing programs. So in Apple's macOS world, you have DMG files, and to install them, it's like different, like most of the times how it works is you're going to have to download a program. Okay, so this is for programs that are outside of Apple's ecosystem. And then you would have to drag that program into their applications folder normally. Now, obviously, some of those programs you could actually run as standalone, but I really feel that is not intuitive. And once again, that's confusing. Okay. And then other things that are annoying is if you have a brand new iMac and you have their Apple mouse, the way in which you recharge your mouse is you have to stick this cable underneath the mouse instead of behind the mouse, which would make logical sense. And so basically, if you need to charge your mouse, you can't use your mouse because the plug is underneath the mouse. And so it is those little things, those different things that Apple has that just is so confusing. And once again, it just does not make sense. It is not intuitive at all. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to number 2, and that is upgradability or lack of upgradability. If you want to upgrade your hardware on Apple's macOS or basically their entire ecosystem, upgrades are really not something that they're known for. And so this is a pain, especially if you want more performance out of the machine that you already invested in. And I've noticed that myself using an iMac every day. You know, I mean, about the only thing I could upgrade here, and I get it, it is an all-in-one, just upgrading the RAM. But if you think about their laptops or their towers, which most of them don't use anyway, it's not an upgradable system, okay? And so let's go ahead and get to the number 1 reason why I think Linux is better than Apple's macOS, and that is freedom, absolute freedom. And obviously freedom is important, even when I'm comparing it against Windows. But for Apple's macOS, it's even more so. There's just something about being in their ecosystem where you are not only limited, you know, I mean, you think about customizing your operating system, good luck. And then also things such as like asking permission. That's really what I want to say. Seems like you always have to ask permission from Apple to do something. And even when you start up your computer for the very first time or any Apple product, you need to have an Apple ID. Okay, so all those little things really add up. And whenever I go use an Apple product, Apple macOS, I always feel like I'm limited. You know, I can't do certain things. And at the same time, I always feel like I might get in trouble with Apple, you know, which is so weird. You know, even with Microsoft Windows, even though there are a lot of things I don't like about how they present their operating system, at least I have more freedom to do things, you know. And like I said, it's not just the whole option of customizing. There's just so many other things that I could do where I don't have to ask for as many permissions, okay? And then obviously in the whole Linux world, I don't need anyone's permission. I can do what I want on my operating system. I don't need to give them an ID just to use my computer. I could make it look however I want. I could upgrade my hardware however I want. And so it's that, you know, that's the main thing that I feel that Linux does better. And that's a huge difference for me whenever using an Apple macOS or even also the whole entire Apple ecosystem. And so that is it today for the top 5 ways why I think that Linux is better than Apple's macOS. And so if you had any thoughts on this, whether you agree or disagree, or any of the other reasons why you think that Linux is better, or maybe Linux is worse than Apple's macOS, then be sure to leave that in the comments area below. And as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to subscribe. And if you wanted to support my channel further, you could do that at patreon.com/geekoutdoors. Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com, and I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.